Hey guys, I just thought I would jump on because Loki didn't upload a video last week. Whoops. It kind of got to Sunday night and I was like, oh shit, I haven't made a video. And I contemplated like putting together something last minute, at Sunday night, and then I was just like, yeah, I can't be bothered. And I knew it was just gonna be crap. I didn't really have anything like to say or do, so I was just like, we're just gonna leave that week. But lucky for you guys, we'll be uploading at least 2 videos this week. 2 videos, that's right. I'm not gonna let you down. You're still getting the same amount of videos, you're just getting them slightly delayed. So that's cool. We love that. So it's Monday morning. Far out, why does my arm hurt so much? I'm filming on my phone because it's just easier. I can't be bothered getting my camera out. But basically, today is a big day. Well, it was a big day. So this morning, the Groovin The Moo lineup was announced. So the Groovin The Moo is a festival, if you don't know, and will be coming to Wayville this year, so in Adelaide. And let's just say the lineup was interesting. Definitely surprised in some ways. Like, not necessarily in a bad way. Like, I was definitely happy with a lot of the artists that are on there. I think I picked out at least 11 that I'm really keen to see. But I also I felt like I was missing something. I felt like there was less acts than there was last year. A lot less acts. Last year the lineup was huge. And this year it seems like maybe they're cutting down to only 2 stages. I don't know, but it seemed a bit small. It seemed a little bit teensy weensy. And also, just where was the headline? I was missing a headline. So for me, the people that I'm really keen to see are Claro, Morap, East, Bad Baby. Tones and I kind of already seen her at Laneway, but still love seeing her on there. Who else? Darude, Slowly, Hayden James as well, and the Veronicas. Oh, love the Veronicas. That should be really good. Relive my childhood. But yeah, I just felt like, considering last year they had Billie Eilish and Hilltop Hoods, to go from that and who's the headline this year? The Veronicas? I don't know. I just feel like don't get me wrong, I love the Veronicas, they're great, but I feel like it was just missing something. It was lacking a little bit of something. And also just I don't know. I just don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna go. I was still happy with it. There's still plenty of artists. There's gonna be so many different festivals, especially we're just getting more and more festivals these days. It's crazy. So I understand with Laneway just happening, FOMO's already happened. Obviously the artists that have played there, I mean, Tones and I being the exception, the artists that are playing those festivals probably aren't going to be doing Groovin The Moo. And same with you've got Fools Festival, obviously that didn't come to SA, but Fools Festival, what was the other one? Wildlands as well. And then Splendor's going to be coming up, I think later this year. So I understand, I understand that those artists have probably not got the time to fit in another festival. I understand that. So yeah, I don't know. I just, considering last year was so huge, I guess I was a little bit disappointed. It was just a bit anticlimactic. I was waiting for there to be more. Because I was listening to them announce the lineup on Triple J this morning, and I was just they were going through all the names, and then they kind of just got to the end, and I was like, oh, that's it. I was waiting for there to be, that big headline that they waited to announce at the last minute, and that just didn't happen. So yeah, anyway, I have to get ready for school, so I will tune in with you later. Hey guys, so it is another day since I last filmed, and I think, oh, whoa. There's a cobweb down there. Anyway, so it is another day since I last filmed, and I pretty much just wanted to tell you guys in my last little clip that I like my reaction to the Groovin The Moo lineup. And yeah, so I thought in keeping with a similar theme, I would just go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit about Laneway. So Laneway Festival was last week, and it was a pretty damn good festival, if I'm being honest. Like, definitely one of the best festivals I've been to so far. And I thought I would tell you, I will tell you my top 5 acts and I will rank them. Maybe. It's going to be really hard to choose, but I'm going to rank my top 5 acts and tell you why they are each in the positions that they are in. Okay, so basically at Laneway had a huge lineup, like an insane lineup. You can't really ask for a better lineup for Laneway. Like, oh damn, it was pretty good lineup, if I'm being honest. So I think I know who my top 5 are. I just don't know whereabouts, like who I would put at that number 1 spot and who I would put at my number 5 spot, but I'm gonna have a go. So the artist that I would put in my number 5 spot from Laneway would have to be Omar Apollo. I absolutely love Omar Apollo, like definitely one of my favorite artists at the moment. Someone that I was really excited to see at Laneway. I enjoyed his set. Like, he's still in my top 5, but I think compared to some of the other sets that I saw, I didn't get so much to dance around and have a party as I did at Omar. And also just like, I don't know, the vibe wasn't as good at Omar's set than it was at some others. But I absolutely love his music and stuff, like, don't get me wrong. And oh, he had some fine moves. I'll put a little clip in.
Come on, Fabian.
But Omar had some damn fine moves on that stage. Like, oof. Absolutely love him. And that suit he was wearing, like that little tux number. Ooh, I definitely rated that. But yeah, Omar Apollo would definitely have to be in my number 5 spot. So then comes my number 4. And my number 4, I reckon, would have to go to Benny. So Benny is definitely one of my favourite artists at the moment. And I absolutely have really been enjoying listening to her music over the past couple of months. I really enjoyed Benny's set. It was really early on in the piece, I think. I was a little bit surprised, but also not, at how early she was, considering I think Benny's a pretty big deal now. I mean, she's not huge, but I think a lot of people really liked Benny. I think I really enjoyed her set. I wasn't exactly in the greatest spot. I had a lot of tall people that were kind of in my way. So it was really hard to see. And I feel like that was part of the reason why Benny only comes in at my number 4, because I didn't exactly have the most enjoyable time watching her. Not because she wasn't good. It was more because of where I was in the crowd and that I felt that I couldn't see so much and that sort of thing. But I really enjoyed Benny. I just love the way the confidence that she has on stage, and she's so awkward as well. She just moves around in whatever weird way she wants to, and I absolutely love that about her. To my number 3. My number 3 definitely would have to go to Charli XCX. So Charli XCX was someone that I kind of was a bit surprised to see her in the lineup, for sure. But I really enjoyed it. I didn't know all of her songs. Obviously I knew the hits, but I didn't know all of her songs. But I didn't think that really mattered, because yeah, Charlie XCX, all of her songs you could just dance to and have a good little like party. Yeah, and she goes hard on that stage as well. Like everyone was in the crowd was just saying like she does not stop. Like she was jumping around. She had so much energy. How she lasted for her entire set, I don't know, because it was like insane the amount of jumping around she was doing. Like I 100% respect for her, because that cannot be easy.
Different road, I'm in the Milky Way. You want me down on earth, but I am up in space. You're so damn hard to please. I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. So hit me, baby, one more time. Wanna go back, wanna go.
So yeah, I definitely really enjoyed Charlie XCX as well. One of the other artists I think then so coming down to my top two, and this one was really hard to choose, because like, I really enjoyed both of these sets so much that I just like, it was really hard to choose. But I am going to put Baby No Money at my number 2 spot, and I was tossing around with whether I should put Baby in number 1, but I have a few reasons as to why I'm going to put him in number 2. So, but yeah, no, absolutely, Baby No Money was one of the best sets I've had at a festival in a long time. Probably, okay, so there was better sets at Groovin The Moo last year, but for this year, definitely, like, it was just such a good set. And the reason was, I feel Baby No Money was on the smaller stage, so there was a lot more room, like, because there's not as many people, we weren't like packed and crammed tight. You know how like in the big stages, you literally, like when you're in the mosh pit and stuff, like you can't move anywhere, you're just stuck there, and it's just like, it's like claustrophobic, and you just don't feel like you're enjoying yourself, and the only thing you can do is put your hand up. Like that's the only movement, because the only movement you can do is go up, you know. You can't move side to side, because then you're going to hit the person next to you. But no, Baby No Money, absolutely bloody loved his set. Like, oh my gosh, awesome guy. I have so much respect for him. Like meeting him in person as well, like, well, not meeting him, but like seeing him in person was just like so good. Like it made me fall in love with him even more. Like honestly, love the guy. Yeah, I really enjoyed his set. Like just his songs, I've really been like enjoying his songs, listening to them over the past couple months as well. Like I knew some of the words. I was just like banging along, and me and my friend Maddie, we stood at the back kind of the crowd, but it was good because we had so much space. We were just moving around, dancing, singing, having a good time, and I think that's why it was so enjoyable, because we were just so relaxed, completely in our element, having an absolute blast of a time. And yeah, I just really liked that. Another thing that I also really liked was he actually got 2 different people up on stage, like from the crowd. I think that's really good. Like as being on the smaller stage, I understand it, but even still, like most artists won't go out of their way to bring people up on stage, and I really had a lot of respect for that. I thought that was really good that he wanted to include people in his sets and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that. And I think that it really showed that he really cared.
She funny with it. I'm a hop on a boss jacket tip off a hill, baby, try to get a bill. Mary had a little life, I really do not promise that she followed me, no muffin match. On the top, whoa, like elastic. I can't pick y'all, let's get the tips of some asses. Blue goes on, show me the phone, ho. 494, when I popped out, thinking of baby, just a little bit of love drop. Baby, so cold, he from the north, he from the Canada. They go so low.
One of the things that probably separated number 1 and 2 was that there was an incident that happened at number 2, completely out of anyone's control. Like it's not like this certainly wasn't Baby No Money's fault at all, but there was a medical incident, so a man did actually have a seizure during that set. And I think that is why, for me, if that didn't happen, it would have been an absolute perfect set. But I think that kind of, it was scary for me to see that, like, you know, it was scary. And then it also, you know, we were stopped in the set for about 10-15 minutes because we were waiting for paramedics to arrive, and that was stressful as well, like, and anxious, and everyone didn't know what was happening. But I also, like, I really it also, though, on the other hand, made me gain so much more respect and love for Baby No Money, because the way he handled that and the way he directed the crowd, and he told us to part a line in the middle of the crowd so that we could get, you know, paramedics in and out easily, and so that they could get the actual person in and out easily. Like, he stopped his set immediately once he found out. He was nothing but worried. Like, he was constantly, like, asking, where are the paramedics? Are we getting paramedics down here? Like, it just showed that he genuinely cared so much about making sure that guy was okay. And the other thing was, even once he had started being wheeled away, and he was like, I'm gonna play you guys one last song, but he was like, I'm gonna wait a little bit because I want him to get as far away from the stage as possible, just out of respect for him. And I honestly, like, thought that was the most sweetest thing and most caring thing that he could have done, because, you know, the last thing you want is being wheeled away in a wheelchair, and as soon as you're gone, the set just resumes and it's like nothing ever happened. Like, I feel like he genuinely had so much respect and didn't want to offend or put anyone out. So he also, like, allowed us to kind of gather ourselves, calm ourselves down before we, you know, got into that last song. But yeah, no, really, really enjoyed it. But it didn't quite make my number one cut, and the number one spot for my Laneway sets, the one that I genuinely enjoyed the most, was probably Rule. And the reason for this, I think, because I love Rule, for starters. Like, absolutely love all his music, like all his songs. You can't go wrong with him, really. It was so good to be able to sing along to all the, like, songs, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It was just like a really, really good time. It was so surreal. It just, like, I felt so happy, like, being in that set, and we were pretty close, like, and he was so damn fine. Like, oh, he's a cutie. I want to marry that man. Like, no, seriously, he's so cute and adorable, and I just love the way that he, like, owned the stage, and he just sings so well. And I really genuinely had such an amazing time. Like, I could not fault that set. Like, it was amazing. So that's why that is going to my number one. Obviously, next festival is Groovin The Moo, as you already know. So I've got a few months before that. So got some time to, you know, relax, focus on my schoolwork. Actually, Laneway was on a Friday. So I actually took a day off school of year 12 of all years to go to this festival. Do I have regrets? Yes and no. Like, honestly, I'm so glad I went to the festival. But I am now having to face what I have done, because I have so much work to catch up on. Like, I am already behind in stuff, and it's crazy. And I think it also, but in saying that, it also really put into perspective, like, I can't take days off. I can't afford to take any more days off this year, because just seeing how far behind I am just from one day is insane. Like, I knew that, I kind of knew that going into it. I knew I was going to have to work my butt off to be able to go to that festival. And I'm definitely glad I went. But in saying that, I'm not sure it would be the wisest choice. It's definitely not something you should get into a regular habit of. You know, I think at the end of the day in year 12, you just can't afford to take days off. And I've learned that the hard way. So won't be any more days off for me unless I happen to be sick. But that will hopefully not happen. But anyway, I just thought I'd like end this video here, I guess. But there will be another video this weekend, hopefully. It's my birthday coming up, so I have plans on Friday, Saturday and Sunday for my birthday. So it's going to be insane. I'm hoping that I can do some filming of stuff around my birthdays. That is the ultimate goal. Hopefully I'll be able to at least get some sort of video to you by Sunday night, hopefully. If not, I will definitely be filming probably multiple videos this weekend, so keep an eye out. If it doesn't come this week, I will be having stuff relating to my birthday and maybe even Valentine's Day. Maybe that's tomorrow. Might suss that one out. There will be stuff relating to that, hopefully either this weekend or next week. So there should, fingers crossed, be a second video this weekend. Let's hope for it. Also, I really do apologize for not doing a video last week, but I'm making it up to you. I'm doing 2 videos this week. I was really stressed. I was sick last week. I just didn't have the time, but I'm here. I'm making a video. It's not the best. Like, I filmed this video entirely on my iPhone because I just wanted to keep the consistency, because I filmed the last one on the last little clip on my phone. So yeah, but hopefully, fingers crossed, another video, and I will see you then. Bye.
Somehow I still make it work, but it's so